Ha! Look at that gameplay. What are you going to say now, BlackPanthaa? What are you going to say? Need for Speed is dead. Forza is dead. The Crew 2 is dead. I'm going to have to stop you right there and tell you that that is definitely not the case. Super Street the game, I made a video on this a little while ago, spoke about the gameplay they revealed. Wow, I can't wait to play some of that. They've now released some footage showing us actual customization gameplay, and I've got to say, I've got to give it to them, I'm actually quite impressed with how the game is turning out. It's looking alright. Better than alright. It's actually pretty good indeed. In fact, you can actually do quite a lot in this game. There's a lot of tire customization, there's a lot of bumper customization, there's a lot of engine customization, stuff that you wouldn't see on licensed cars, generally because of the fact that they're licensed cars, and you have to agree with each individual manufacturer. Ferrari has only just let us put body kits on cars. And at the beginning, they were just Ferrari body kit. Remember how on some games you could only change the wheel to Ferrari cars? Even that was a stretch in some situations. Well, there's a reason for that. They do not want it. This game, although the customization looks fantastic, although that's about it. For sure, I would love to see this game put every other game in its place. I would like to see them really push these developers, the AAA developers, to really push for more customization in games and more stuff. But there's something seriously still wrong with this game to me. Although I am impressed, I'm very impressed with the customization options and that kind of thing. There's 8 cars. Oh, there's gonna be mods! Not for console. On PC, yeah, there'll be mods. On console, there ain't gonna be no mods. You're gonna be stuck with those 8 cars. And that's not the only issue I have. The game was delayed. I'm glad it was delayed, because seriously, we're supposed to be releasing next month and we haven't had gameplay yet. You can say all you like. We got gameplay, what are you talking about? Customization footage, which is great and all. You can have as much customization as you like. You can be the best customization game ever. But if you don't have gameplay, what's the point? To be fair, that's probably why we don't have the gameplay right now and why it's been delayed, because they don't have the gameplay. Last video, I showed you how some of their games looked like Russian race, something like just all these atrocious looking games that I know they were really old, and this is a new division now. Since we made the videos on the first, where is the gameplay, what are you doing? They actually decided to show, rename and rebrand a part of their studio dedicated to this game. Basically, what I think they've done is they've gone, alright, so we're Team 6, and people are going to keep calling us Team 6. Let's off-brand a lot of division and not call it Team 6. Let's call it not Team 6. Well, it is still Team 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it's all of Team 6 that have... The last racing game, I don't even need to show you it again. I am usually the one that's optimistic about these things. I'm like, oh, a new game has come out out of nowhere. Great, that's amazing. I can't wait. But I've said right from the start, I said in my first video, please prove me wrong. It has been a long time since I made that first video. You still haven't proven me wrong. I want this to be a good thing. I want this to be the start. I want this to be the next thing in where developers, AAA developers go, wow, they're actually doing some stuff well, and they pick them up and they do some. I want this to be that game, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case, as much as I want that. They've stated this is not an open world game. There is no open world racing, it's closed track, sure. I don't really care. I like some closed track races. Closed track racing allows you to make varying environments, that kind of thing. But to me, one major part of the fact of customization is to show off these cars. Show your friends what you've come up with, all this kind of stuff. And yes, mods may be a thing, but if no one's able to show their cars to friends, what's the point of making these mods and stuff? So YouTubers can make one video on their favorite car and be like, wow, this is great. I love this game so much. And then that's it. That's the end of it. And you never see that car again, because why would I drive that car around the track, go over the same track over and over again without having the ability to go and drive that car that I've built up and I've put my time into and show my friends and do stupid things with my friends and just hang out and have a car meet? And that's the whole point of this. If you're pushing customization so much, number one, you haven't shown the gameplay, but number two, if the gameplay is absolutely pants, what's the point of putting all the time into that customized ride. It's 2018, almost 2019, and you've got great customization, but you've got no use for it whatsoever. What's the point of having the customization in the trunk? Why would I put an audio system in the trunk of my car and customize the interior and all this kind of thing when you're probably not going to have first-person view? And the trunks, they're not going to open. Why would they only open on the garage? I'm only going to see them when I'm customizing it, and after that, what is the point? This is why developers are not adding these things into games. It's why in GTA it's a thing, because you can go into the open world, you can open your trunk, you can cut through the quick menu, open the stuff and show and music play from the vehicle while you're not inside it, and there's reasons to these things. It's all well and good having the customization, but what is the point of it being there if it has no use whatsoever? If I hear people use mods as an excuse one more time, I will cry. I genuinely will cry, so please don't do it. I want this to succeed. I want this to be a step in the right direction. I want to see this do well, but it's not going to do well if there's no point to this customization. Even Underground 2 had a reason for you putting that stuff in the back of your vehicle, the pictures and stuff. That's a very slight reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. And I'm hoping, again, that I've been proven wrong on this. I'm hoping that maybe this is the reason they delayed it. Maybe they got the raised gameplay on lockdown and they thought, wow, people like to customize their cars. Wow, this is a big selling point for this game. How about we actually let them show the cars they customized without adding a photo mode or something? Will they do that? In my head, I just kind of want to say they won't. But, here's hoping that they do. What about the mods? The game is coming out. I'm pointing at you like with a... The game is coming out on multiple platforms, not just PC. The mods will not come out onto console. It's just not a thing. It will never happen. I hope that they have Steam Workshop support, if not just mod support in general. It's probably not going to be the best developed game in the world, but if, again, you don't have the people playing the game, who's going to make mods for it? The reason Need for Speed 2015 didn't really get any mods is not because Frostbite is the most powerful engine in the world. No one can get through the force fields of Frostbite. It's because no one played the game. After a certain point, no one played the game. Why do people were making mods for Payback? There's still some little mods in the background, and sure, they're still making little things for 2015. It's possible. These games are easy to get into, and they know that themselves, the developers. But no one has actually tried to add in custom models of cars or take them from Forza and put them here. GTA, they thought, was unhackable in the past, and oh, no one will ever get through it. And then a week later, it coming out on PC. People were modding in cars, and then there was 5M, and now you can join online servers where it downloads custom models for vehicles that people have created, and all this kind of stuff is totally doable. And the reason people do it is because there's people playing it, and the reason people are playing it is because it's not just racing around a circuit in a customized car that you've spent 10 minutes customizing, that you've put all your heart and soul into, apparently, to then race it and not see any of the customizations that you've put on the car, except the obviously outside, obviously. It's a great concept, and I would love if they would add in just a stupid open world that was empty. It's the same thing with Need for Speed. Why there was no free roam in that game at launch, I don't know. It was a dumb move. It was a stupid move. The Crew I like because it opened with the free roam. It doesn't have PvP, but I couldn't care less. This game is opening just like Need for Speed, and if I wasn't to bash this game for similar reasons, like I build a car in Need for Speed, I want to show it off. Why can I not show it off? It was a stupid idea to not have free roam in the game day one. If I bash a AAA game for it, I'm going to bash an indie game for the exact same reason. I'm hoping, again, that I'm all wrong. Please prove me wrong. And let's all be honest to ourselves right now. Looking at this, how many mobile ports are currently on Steam that look exactly the same? Those drift simulator games that I took the mickey out of a really long time ago. I mean, none of them made me go, this is the best thing ever. They have the cool customization, they have all this stuff, but come on. They are the most stale games ever, and having a look at the gameplay I've shown you of the previous titles this developer has made, do you honestly think it's going to be that different? Do you think the physics are going to match Forza? What is this game going to be? The actual race mechanic probably isn't going to be that great, and you're having the customization with no customization showing off ability. It doesn't make sense to me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Are you buying Super Street? Are you still skeptical? If you're thinking about buying it, you want to watch some gameplay first when it comes out, I will be picking up the game. I'm going to hope that it is what it is. I'm going to hope that it is what I am hoping it is. But I have my doubts. Fingers crossed. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one, which will be a little bit more lighthearted. Until next time, goodbye. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you have the customization, not the... I don't get it.